In this video, we're going to tell you all about Marvel's Luna Snow. Who is Luna Snow? Luna Snow is one of Marvel's latest attempts to incorporate a more global approach to their fictional universe. Luna belongs to a rare breed of comic book IPs that didn't make their debut, well, within the comics. Luna Snow follows the footsteps of now iconic characters like Harley Quinn, who first debuted in Batman the Animated Series, or Laura Kinney, aka X-23, who debuted in the third season of the X-Men Evolution TV show. Specifically, Luna Snow was created for the mobile game Marvel Future Fight in 2018. She was crafted to be one of the game's playable characters, and soon after that made her debut in Marvel's comic book universe along with other new Asian superheroes within the pages of War of the Realms, Agents of Atlas issue 1. Luna Snow is a cross between the X-Men's Iceman with Dagger of Cloak and Dagger fame, all topped off with a dash of Dazzler. For one, her powers are ice-based, which means that she could pretty much generate and manipulate the stuff for offensive and defensive purposes, you know, like Iceman. But unlike Iceman, Luna Snow's powers have a bit of extra oomph to it. You see, Luna Snow's abilities are formally called quote-unquote esoteric ice manipulation. With it, she could perform two types of ice manipulation techniques, namely called destructive cryokinesis and healing cryokinesis. Destructive cryokinesis pretty much describes her power to summon forth and control so-called dark ice. Make no mistake though, this isn't just frozen water. What makes Luna Snow stand out from the rest of Marvel's ice-based heroes is that dark ice doesn't just freeze stuff, it causes corrosion and destabilization right down to any object's atomic structure. On the other hand, Luna Snow also employs healing cryokinesis. Much like Dagger's light force healing ability, Luna's so-called light ice has the power to heal the injuries of anyone it touches. Oh yeah, and we mentioned that Luna Snow is pretty much similar to a mutant superhero called Dazzler as well. Well, that's because much like Dazzler, Luna is introduced as a pop star in the Marvel universe. Given that she's still young in the Marvel U, it's no surprise that her whole ice manipulation abilities haven't been fully explored yet. We just have to give the writers a bit more time to see if Luna Snow's story is going to be explored in depth like they did with Kamala Khan, or if she'll eventually be shelved like Spider-Man's short-lived sidekick Alpha. With her inclusion in the new breakout video game Marvel Rivals, we're willing to bet that we'll be seeing a lot more of Luna in the future. In any case, what we have so far is a framework for a character that's brimming with potential, and her story starts in the K-pop capital of the world, South Korea. From K-pop to pop hero. Luna Snow was given the birth name Seol Hee. Not much is known about her parents except for the fact that they passed away early in her life. Upon her mom and dad's untimely demise, the young Seol was then taken in by her halimoni, her grandma. She grew up in a regular household. She and her grandma lived a relatively comfortable life as middle-class citizens. Eventually, she took it upon herself to financially support the family, so she decided to follow her calling and trying to become a K-pop idol. Her life didn't just magically turn into a fairy tale when she decided to become a Korean pop star, however. She went through the all too real process of going through the rigorous K-pop system. From there, she became part of the K-pop group called 4L1T, along with their other fellow aspiring pop stars Minji, Haewon, and Jinsu. It was also at this point that she took on the Luna moniker, her stage name. Now, it's pretty safe to say that the band is one of those K-pop groups that have been specifically designed to appeal to an international market, and although Marvel has yet to expand on the group's backstory prior to her becoming the superhero Luna Snow, what we do know is that her K-pop group was successful enough to hold a show outside of South Korea. And this is where she transitions from a budding entertainment dynamo to an honest-to-goodness crime fighter. In her introduction to the Marvel Universe, she first appeared with the group while they were performing as an opening act at a show in Stark Arena. The concert was cut short, however, when a group of evil AIM agents helped by the Joro Spider came knocking. You see, the Joro Spider and her AIM minions were looking to steal some of that sweet Stark tech, and in the process, their dastardly group took Seol and the rest of 4L1T as hostages. They then trapped the girls inside a proprietary Stark Industries cold fusion reactor, and in true Marvel fashion, the cold fusion reactor conked out, with Seol still inside. This malfunction didn't take her out though, and instead gave her superpowers, which came in the form of cryokinesis. And boy, you could easily tell that Seol was built for the superhero life after this. Unlike her predecessors such as Spider-Man or Cyclops, she didn't need time to adjust to her newfound abilities to create and control ice. In other words, our girl started cooking the moment she got all frosty. That is to say that she immediately jumped into action to to take down the Joro Spider and her crew the moment she acquired her superhuman abilities. From there, she decided to quit the whole K-pop idol gig and focus all her time and attention on becoming one of the Marvel Universe's up-and-coming superheroes, going by the codename Luna Snow. Rise to superhero stardom. The next time we see Luna, she'd go all in and even decided to join the superhero team called the Agents of Atlas, along with other superheroes Crescent and White Fox. She came into the spotlight during the War of the Realms event, where Luna and her teammates were responsible for stopping an impending invasion by the fire demons of Muspelheim. During their bout, Luna used her cryokinesis to take the fight out of the fire demons by freezing the very water they were standing on. After that, Luna went all out and bombarded their enemies with shards of dark ice to literally snuff out the flames of these demonic invaders. Luna would, however, find herself kidnapped by one of the Muspelheim leaders, Cinder, the Queen of Cinders. Don't worry though, that's because not long after that, her fellow Agent of Atlas members came to the rescue. With Luna out of danger, it only took a bit of time for her to recover from her injuries before getting back into the fray. This time, she went with her Agents of Atlas teammates. In this particular mission, Luna, Arrow, and Wave were responsible for preventing the North Pole's ice caps from melting due to the Muspelheim's army. The Queen of Cinders would then send out her Asgardian dragons to try and take out the Agents of Atlas, but our heroes were more than capable of defeating them. After bringing the beatdown on the Asgardian dragons, Luna and her team went on a head-to-head clash against the Queen of Cinders herself. Their skirmish ended atop the Great Wall of China as Luna and the Agents of Atlas walked away with a big W when they managed to banish Cinder and her minions back to Muspelheim. After the war, Luna and her team stayed in Shanghai for a bit to help its citizens rebuild. Luna didn't remain on the sidelines for long though. Shortly after the war, she and her team tracked down the Asgardian dragon Straggler and made attempts to send it back to Muspelheim as well. There was one kink in their plan though. During the whole effort to contain the Asgardian dragon, another mass vigilante going by the name of Isaac Akida, aka Protector, knocked out the dragon and took it away from the Agents of Atlas custody. This would then open up Luna Snow's world to the mega city called Pan. Now Pan is basically a collective of cities around the world connected by portals. It was an innovative spearheaded by a group called the Big Newen Company, and it would also become the next stage where we get to see Luna in action again. Not long after finding out about the portal city of Pan, the mega city was set upon a group of wyverns. Naturally, Luna Snow and the Agents of Atlas put on their superhero hats to defend Pan against these threats. Oh, and they also teamed up with Isaac too, because it was revealed that he was actually one of the city's assigned guardians, which explains his Protector codename. To defeat the wyverns, Luna fused her cryokinetic abilities with Wave's water manipulation and Arrow's air-based powers to construct a powerful blizzard and take out the winged threats. It's no exaggeration when we say that Luna became an instant celebrity in Pan after this adventure. So the Big Newen Company, headed by its owner Mike Newen, decided to cash in on Luna's looks and status by using her as a celebrity frontwoman for Pan. Specifically, Newen was hoping to sell tickets to the mega city with the help of Luna's endorsement. But Luna is no gullible little girl though. She had her suspicions about Newen, given that he's an absolutely shady looking billionaire industrialist, so Luna tried to confide with Amadeus Cho about this. However, their conversation was interrupted when they saw huge sea serpents about to assault a group of refugees. To make matters worse, they also came in confrontation against Pan's own security guards when they tried to accost the refugees from trespassing on Big Newen Company property. So Luna and Amadeus did what they did best: kick butt and save lives. They fought a two-pronged battle against the sea serpents and Pan's watchdogs, ultimately coming out on top. In the end, Newen was forced to order his men to stand down and give the refugees accommodation. It's at this point that we find out that Luna isn't exactly built for the life of a mainstream celebrity, even though she once aspired to be a K-pop star. After the whole debacle, Luna and Amadeus finally expressed their feelings for each other and kissed. Realizing this was a prime advertising opportunity for Pan, Newen filmed the whole thing and broadcast it all over the world. Shortly after, Amadeus would whisk away Luna before she was overrun by a gaggle of rabid fans. They'd head for one of the Agent of Atlas's secret bunkers in Seoul, South Korea. While there, she and her team would come up with the decision of becoming Pan's official guardians as a way to infiltrate their inner workings of the Big Newen Company and find out what they're really up to. Oh, and we also find out, although Luna is a full-time superhero now, our girl knows a thing or two about becoming a brand. It turns out that she had her own firm called Luna Snow Enterprises Limited, which was basically in charge of maintaining her public image. With that in mind, Luna sicked her lawyers against Big Nguyen and sent a cease and desist order that would prevent the shady company from using her likeness, particularly the one where she'd been kissing Amadeus, from being used as advertising for Pan.